Hello everyone, myself Kaustubh Jha from Velo Institute of Technology, third year Computer Science, here to share some knowledge about what is DDoS, Distributed Denial of Service Attack, its working and its types. So let's move to our presentation. So what is DDoS attack? DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service. So let's see what it is. It is a cyber attack on a specific server or network with purpose to disrupting the function of that server. And what DDoS does is flooding the target server or network with constant flood of traffic. So as you can see in the slide is it's a type of cyber attack uh, where an attacker uses multiple compromised systems to flood a network or web application with illegitimate traffic and make it unavailable for the legitimate user who are trying to access it. So basically we can conclude, we can say that it is a brute force attack to slow down the attacker server or crash a server completely. So let's now move to how DDoS attack work. The main goal of DDoS attack is to cut off user from a server or network resource by overwhelming it with requests for service, while a simple denial of service involves one attack computer and one victim computer. The DDoS heavily rely on computer which able to carry out tasks simultaneously. So as given here, during the DDoS attack, the incoming traffic which is responsible for flooding the victim is originated from many different sources. This efficiently makes it impossible to store the attack simply by blocking a single IP address, and thus it is very difficult to distinguish between legitimate user traffic and attack traffic when it is spread across too many points of origin, which causes a denial of service. So let's now see the types of DDoS attacks. The first is application level attack. Application layer DDoS attack target the application layer of the internet in order to disrupt the normal flow of traffic to a website or service. It occurs when an attacker attacks a specific application or a website that is poorly coded in order to exploit its weakness and vulnerabilities. As a result, the entire server gets exhausted and becomes unavailable to the legitimate request user. The website and application with security loopholes are fall under the susceptibility for hackers intending to steal information. These loopholes can also be exploited with the help of a simple target attack and target the database. For example, WordPress and Joomla are applications that can exhaust a server's resource completely. Second is zero-day DDoS attack. It is applied for attacks that use new software security vulnerabilities of which community is still unaware. It can take quite a long time from the moment the malefactor detects the vulnerability till the release and installation of new patch. Throughout this time, the vulnerability can be actively used. These attacks are non-traceable and have undefined defensive measures. The third is ping flood attack. Ping flood is an application-specific type of DDoS attack that is an evolved version of Internet Control Message Protocol (ICMP flood). In this type of DDoS attack, the attacker sends the multiple spoofed ping packets, spoof that contains the false sources, to the server through a large set of source IP. The purpose of the attacker is to flood the target with ping packets until it goes offline. It is designed in such a way that it consumes all the resources and bandwidth which are available in the network until it's completely exhausted and finally shuts down. It is not very easily detectable as it closely resembles the legitimate traffic. In this, the attacker hopes the victim will respond with ICMP echo reply packets, thus consuming both outgoing and incoming bandwidth. It targets system. It target If target system is low enough, it is possible to consume. It is possible to consume enough of its CPU cycles for user to notice a significant slowdown. A flood ping can also be used diagnostic for the network packet loss throughput issue. And the next is IP null attack. The IP packets contain IPv4 header that includes all the information about the transport protocol which is being used in the protocol field. Information such as user's address and destination's address, message size and flag, etc. In this IP null attack, the attacker sends packets containing null factor, that is 0, in this field, and these packets can neglect security measures which are designed to scan TCP, IP, and ICMP. As a result, when a server which is targeted will try to process these packets, it will exhaust its resource and will reboot automatically. Next is NTP flood. NTP stands for Network Time Protocol. It is a kind of UDP flood attack. The main purpose of such attack is NTP server failure. It organizes a flood of fake NTP requests from a wide range of IP addresses. It tries to process all the requests, thus exhausting system and network resource. As a result, the server gets overloaded and fails. In general, protection from this kind of attack is same as from UDP flood. Other than we can include blocking NTP traffic and limiting the number of packets per time. Next is ICMP flood. In an internet control message protocol, ICMP flood attack occurs when an attacker sends highly spoofed ICMP packets in a huge amount to flood a network. As a result, all resources and available bandwidth are consumed and the network gets exhausted and it goes offline. ICMP flood can overpower a network with packets containing random or fixed source IP addresses. This attack can be viewed as a network level volumetric attack and thus can be defeated by level 3 and level 4 packet filtering. Next is DNS flood attack. So let's see. DNS flood attack occur when the attacker sends a large amount of spoofed DNS request that are exact replica of a real DNS request from a very large set of source IP. I hope you all know what is DNS. DNS stands for domain name system. Hence, it is not possible for the target server to differentiate between the real and the fake DNS request. In order to serve all the requests, the server exhausts all its resources. As a result, the attacker consumes all the available bandwidth until it's completely drained out. And there are many more attacks like SIP flood attack, Slorish attack, UDP fragmented flood attack. They all comes under the DDoS attack. So thank you guys. That's all for the session. Thanks for seeing my video. Thank you.